All righty. Good morning and happy Saturday, everybody. It is officially Saturday, November the 14th. And that's officially Bailey in the background. I don't know where he's going. There he's going. He's going outside to say hi to everybody. Hey, everybody. My name is Craig Smith. I'm host of our Saturday morning's new member call. It's great to have you guys with us. My wife and I are Global Hope Ambassadors. Super proud to be part of this incredible company. It's something that is such a special community to be part of. And every Saturday we do this call to welcome everybody new. I see a whole bunch of new names here. So looks like a bunch of new people are joined with us. We have people now joining from around the world, which is really exciting for this incredible company. And really for everybody who is part of this, especially new folks, it's a great way just to connect to the community each week. Even if you've been with the company for a long time, join us every Saturday. It's a great way just to kind of mentally get kicked off with the week. Of course, I don't know how you guys do it. Hello from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, probably snowy day up there. I don't know how you guys are doing to your family, but we are incredibly loving Celebrate. And I do like to start off, rather than saying welcome to everybody, let's celebrate with everybody. So we'll celebrate. Great way to kick off the day. Anna and I, it's like we run around the house and constantly say, oh, have you celebrated yet today? How many times have we celebrated today? So I hope you guys are loving those products as much as we are. We've already noticed a huge health benefit with this product. So can't wait to see more and more stories, testimonies, but also the simplicity of getting people excited about this product. I see Dennis Norquist is on, and his business partner, Dr. Gene, was telling a story. I forget how many new customers he had join this week. And it was just really because the simplicity of getting this message out there using the app and the interest on a product that has 4 incredible ingredients around the world. So very cool. Everybody, we have a special call today this Saturday. I'm going to bring on our CFO momentarily. His name is Ben Platt. He's going to go through the power of the compensation plan. But because we have a bunch of new folks on this call, or maybe some folks that maybe haven't been as engaged and are just getting back engaged with Alovea because they're pretty excited hearing all the positive news and the growth we're going through internationally. So I want to hit on a couple things that we connect to every week. And that's, one is helping people get started on the right foot. And one of the most important things in getting started on the right foot is really teaching everybody to kind of, if you're brand new, go become a team builder. And Ben's going to talk about it a little bit more because it opens up part of the compensation plan that's so important. So if you're brand new within 28 days and you don't know anything about team builder, ask your upline or listen to what Ben's about to say. And then most importantly, every time we bring another social business partner into this community, help them start off the best way, which is become a team builder in that first 28 days, and it helps grow a whole lot of other fun things. The other thing that's really cool, I'm going to share my screen for a quick moment here. Let me see if I can make this happen. The other thing is every single person has this opportunity to win these really cool Ripple wristbands. This is I saw somebody post this on Facebook, and when you do receive these, when you get your Ripple to over 10,000, I'm going to share this in a moment, and then over 100,000, the company's sending these out to people. I love what this person said. What a wonderful surprise. Love the recognition Alovea gives its social business partners for helping to feed those wonderful kids around the world and championing the cause. Thank you, Alovea. I mean, that's really, really cool. And every single person can go for these bracelets. There's 2. You can go for once you get over 100,000 Ripple, but if you're brand new, go for this goal. And what that means is it's the company's Buy One, Nourish Two initiative. So every time you buy products, you're nourishing 2. You're nourishing yourself. You guys just saw me celebrate. I hope you guys celebrated with me. And when you celebrate or when you take any of our products, we're also nourishing a donation that's going to the children that we're supporting around the world. And if you haven't done this already, I'm going to kind of clear out my phone for a second so you can see this. There's an app called the Alovea app. It's free. You definitely want to make sure you download this. If you're not tech savvy, don't worry, you can't break it. By the way, here's a little tip. Put it on your main dashboard so you don't have to go find it. Because I find when it's right here, guess what? Alovea always stays on your mind. So as a new social business partner or anybody been around for a while, that's a great little tip. It's always there. It's always part of your thinking. And then you can open it up and send somebody a sample, or you can track what's going on. But this app has everything you can imagine: training videos, stories, all the tools that you would need that you can then send to people really easily. I'm going to show you this, introducing Alovea as an example. All I have to do is click on that, and I can go ahead and send it to somebody. I could text it to somebody in my contact list. It's really simple and a lot of fun to use. There's great training videos at the bottom that show how to use this app. But one of the things, and mine takes a little longer to load. Here we go. So one of the things that you can track is your hope impact. So when I talk about that 10,000 ripple, you want to go for that bracelet, and you want to be able to get your ripple, where it says my ripple, over 10,000. Now mine's pretty high. It's almost on par with the company, but Ann and I have been here since the beginning. So, but the company, look at this, the company surpassed 28 million servings. That's what you guys are part of. As the brand new social business partners, be proud that you're part of a company that's not only changing people's lives with their health, but we're changing the world while we're doing it. That's pretty powerful. And I always do this. I always think this is a lot of fun. If you are brand new, let's see the chat window here. If you're in, no matter where you're at, open up your window right now and post, what's your ripple sitting at right now today? It's fun for the other participants to see. My favorites are when somebody's at like 400 or 800 or 1,200 or surpassed 100,000, whatever it is. It doesn't matter where it is, but you're paying attention to it, and what you measure matters. So if you're paying attention to this is going to have a big impact. So open up the chat room. Go ahead and share what's your ripple right now. That's going to be a whole lot of fun to see as those come in. And and then the other thing we want to touch on, so going for that bracelet, is in this app, we now also have this incredible sample program. And there you go. Look, somebody just posted 910. Big congratulations. And by the way, for those that are new, just to show the difference on these numbers, let mine load here. The top number is based on your own consumption. So let me just kind of refresh mine. So that top number is the amount that you've consumed. And then the ripple is based on your entire organization, your entire team that you've inspired to come to this incredible business. So the other thing is there's a great new app where we can send samples of our Alovea. And I want to show this because many of you haven't tried it yet. And I'm going to recommend everybody try it. There's a great training in the app and on the website at library.alovea.com around how you can send samples of Celebrate to people. And and the guy who was doing the training said, actually send a sample to you first just to see how it feels, and then go ahead and start sending it to people. Look at that. I see Les Graham, 96,000, almost at 100,000 less. You're going to go for that bracelet right now. That's great. Pam, over 1,000 now. Congratulations. But check this out. This is really cool. So this is what comes in the mail. You can see it's got all the information on it. So we sent it to ourselves, but it surprised me how great it is. Oh, look at this. Only 224,000 is her ripple. Congratulations. So when you open it up, look how, first of all, how amazing this looks. Second of all, look at this. This is the coolest thing. I didn't know they did this. It was Dear Ann, or whatever your customer would be. Enclosed, you'll find a sample of one of my favorite. It does this great little write-up. That's our replicated website, abc2.myalovea.com. Talk to you soon. And Vitarius is the name of our business that we run it under. And then there you've got the sample. Guys, the quality and the professionalism, look at that. It's branded Alovea. It's great cardstock. It's so above and beyond professional. It's super impressive. So if you haven't started sending out the samples yet, I highly recommend it. There's a great way where you can actually send the sample to somebody and they pay for the $4.95. They say they have a higher standard of executing on helping people join the business and or buy the product. But at the same time, if you have a good relationship with somebody, you're talking to them and you just want to send them a sample and you know they'll try it, for $5, we have our CFO coming on in a second. He's a tax specialist too. I'm sure he's going to say that that's a tax deduction. That's a business expense. So guys, this is legit. So if you haven't tried it, I'm going to recommend everybody give it a great try. Now we're going to dive into, usually we would spend a little bit more time on this. Look at this. I'm seeing more people post their ripple. Kenneth, over 1,000. Congratulations. I see over 42,000 Jancast. Oh, close to 1,932,000. And if you think of Kim Kruger, 16,000, Mark over 248,000. Guys, if you think of what this ripple is and what it represents, what you have created is that you've sparked something. You're inspiring other people to get healthier. You're inspiring this movement. And we all together collectively are now over 28 million. So really powerful stuff. But one of the things as a social business entrepreneur is you're also a social business entrepreneur, meaning business entrepreneurs make income. The guy that founded Tom's Shoes, Blake Makowski, never apologizes for being worth $600 million today. At the end of the day, he started something that created a movement. It's impacted people around the world, but he's in business, and he's in business to make a profit. And Alovea is not a charity. It's not a not-for-profit. It is a not-for-profit. It's Ben will correct the term on me. It's a for-profit business, but everything we do as a social business makes the impact of what we're doing. And so that means, you want to be clear in running your own business, how you earn an income. You may have come here because you love the products and you just really want to help other people get healthier. Well, great. The more people you get healthy, the more income you're going to generate. You may have come here just to have your ripple grow and impact children around the world. Well, great. The bigger that ripple, the bigger impact and the more income you're going to generate. You may have come here because you just really need to make that extra $500 a month. I mean, the financial crisis around the world is impactful for so many folks. And you may come here because you love the business and you love helping other and the combination of it all. But the more you realize and build belief on how great this company is, Alovea, not just because of the products, not just because of the executive team, but also because the company pays our social business partners extremely well by having one of the best compensation plans in the industry. That can build your belief, your confidence in what we do. So I'm going to bring on our CFO, promoting him to a panelist now. He's being promoted. To really kind of talk about this, because we don't spend enough time. We spend so much time talking about impacting people's lives and how incredible our products are. It's almost like we forget to talk about how insanely good our compensation plan is. And remember, our goal is to take this and build it around the world and make a massive impact to the point of getting to, 1 million servings a day and impacting people and impacting kids around the world. Well, that means our entire business grows. That means the company's going to pay a lot of commissions to help us as social business partners to spread this word around the world. So the more you understand the compensation plan, the more you have the confidence in it, the better prepared you are to build a fantastic and incredible business. So Ben Platt, I know you have a unique background in compensation plans. Obviously, you're a CPA, you're an MBA, you're a COO, GUY, cool guy. Did you get that?
I like it.
You like that? You should add that to your business card. You have a lot of letters behind all the things you've gone to school for. You've built your own CPA practice. Actually, here's my notes for the call today, and that's the name of his company.
Nice.
I know, isn't that cool? See, these things work. I use them.
I'm happy.
You're also the CFO of this incredible company and have helped Sam and Brian and Linda build us to where we are today with Alovea. So I'm excited to introduce you to a whole bunch of new people, but also really excited about today and Monday night to really dive into this compensation plan. So Ben, I'm going to pass it over to you and take it away, sir.
Craig, I'm happy to be here celebrating with you, my friend.
Nice.
I'd like to celebrate this compensation plan and this public benefit corporation that Alovea is. I know that's what you were trying to remember a minute ago. And yeah, Alovea is a very unique type of legal entity. It's called a public benefit corporation. That's different from a not-for-profit. It's also different from a for-profit. It's kind of right in between, and legally is set up for the purpose of generating a profit, but for the purpose of making that profit be reinvested back into the social good. So that's why we call ourselves a social business, because nobody can remember public benefit corporation. So social business tends to stick a little bit better in the brain. Well, look, I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to give a kind of a high-level overview of this compensation plan. As you said, I'm a CPA. I've been the CFO of many different companies over the years. I've worked on lots of compensation plans in the direct selling space, but also not in the direct selling space. I've just recently finished putting together a compensation plan for a company that sells just traditional products, via e-commerce. And, a lot of the same concepts that we use in the Alovea plan, we use in that company as well. So I would very much like to celebrate the plan that we've developed, because every time we say celebrate, you have to hold up the bottle and smile like that. Hey, by the way,
like one of those calls is like every time we say celebrate, it's like you
have to take a celebrate. Yeah. That's actually much more healthy for you than taking a shot. There's no doubt about it. I'd also like to give my 2 cents on the celebrate is that these taste like the US based Smarties. I know they taste nothing like the Canadian Smarties, but I think they taste like the US based Smarties. And whereas eating regular Smarties does not make you smart because it's just sugar, which is terrible for you, these taste like that, but they make you smart. Like you're much smarter when you have these. So
I like what you did there. I want everybody to see what just happened. This is a CPA analytical compensation plan expert that just slightly moved to the marketing communication side. That was really impressive. I like that.
Every now and then it's like slipping on a banana peel right into the marketing department. Yeah, Linda loves it when I do that. But what I want to say with respect to our compensation plan is that we have spent, 10 years plus working on this plan, refining it, tweaking it, turning the dials, turning the knobs, and making it right. And I want to make sure I'm still on right now. Can you guys hear me? Because I see Craig is frozen, so I don't know if that's me or him. Somebody post something in the chat. Okay. Thank you, Ken. So Craig must have frozen. Hopefully he'll be back. So anyway, we've spent a lot of time working on this plan. We've refined it. I think we have one of the absolute best plans in this industry. These compensation plans are complicated because they have to do a lot of different things. And in order for them to do a lot of different things, it takes this kind of constant refinement. I like to characterize it like there's 3 parts of this plan. There's the people who get in the beginning and we have to compensate them well. There's the people who get in, who've been in for a little while and are starting to build their team. We have to compensate them well. And then there's the leaders who are really creating this sales organization and we have to compensate them well. And so these plans are difficult to design. It's difficult to manage and keep a balance between those 3 things. But I think that this plan has done exactly that and does it really, really well. So I'm going to share my screen here and walk through some slides that I've prepared. And this is something that I've worked on a little bit with Brian Morgan, a lot of it actually with Brian Morgan. So if you've seen some of these before, it probably won't hurt you to hear it again. If you're new to the company, which I know a lot of you on here are, then I think you'll really appreciate hearing, the rationale behind the way that people get paid and just becoming more and more accustomed to it. I will say this. You do not have to be an expert in this compensation plan in order to make money from the compensation plan. Technically, you could probably know nothing about the compensation plan and still make lots of money from the plan. The more you know, the better equipped you're going to be and the more that you can maximize it. And Monday night, we're going to bring on Craig and Brian and Steve Burns to really talk to you guys about how to maximize this. But I wanted to use this opportunity to introduce you to the plan and make sure that you understand how these first 5 parts of the plan, the rewards program, work. So you can see here on the screen, we're going to talk about the first 5, the customer acquisition and retention bonuses, the 1, 2, 3 program, team builder bonuses, impact and lifestyle bonuses, and pay team bonuses. Those are the ones especially when you're first starting in the company, those are the 5 that you really, really need to focus on. So we'll dive here into the first one, the customer acquisition or enroller bonuses. And I'm going to update some of these numbers, and some of these have been updated on our 2-page and full compensation plan, which I'll refer to here in just a minute. We've come out with a lot of new kits since we launched Celebrate. And what we've tried to do is really refine the bonuses on those kits so that it's much more simplified. So the concept of this bonus is that when you enroll someone new, you either qualify for a customer acquisition bonus or the enroller kit bonus, or what we call a HOPE bonus. So I just want to zoom in on this. What I'm looking at right here, showing you on the screen, is the 2-page compensation plan. We literally just finished updating this yesterday. I don't think it's uploaded to the library yet, but it will be Monday. We updated this section here, and especially this enroller kit bonus, I want to make sure everybody knows that we do have this customer acquisition bonus that's based on your trailing 4-week customer volume. And the higher your trailing 4-week customer volume is, the higher percentage you can get paid on this customer acquisition bonus. In all cases, if the hope bonus is greater than that customer acquisition bonus, then you get paid the hope bonus. And I think the rule of thumb, if you talk to your upline, is that just focus on the enroller bonus. The small kits pay out $25. The medium kits, those are $350, like your reboot kits, pay out $50 to the enroller, to you, when you sponsor someone. And the premium kits pay out that are 700 QV, they pay out $100. So when you enroll somebody on a premium kit, you as the enroller are going to receive this $100 bonus. We also have these upline bonuses, 2K, 5K, and 10K upline bonuses that run $5, $10, and $20 depending on the size of the kit. In a lot of cases, you guys are 2K, you are the 2K, 5K, and 10K upline when you're enrolling someone. So if your rank or your impact level is 10K, then you are the upline 2K, 5K, 10K. So not only are you getting $100 on that premium kit, you're getting $20, $40, $60 as being the 2, 5, and 10K. So the bonuses on the front end of this plan are fantastic. You don't have to be binary qualified to earn these. You just have to be active. So you don't need to understand the whole plan and how it works in order to earn this money on the front end. The only thing that you need to focus on is introducing this to new people. So definitely keep your eye on that ball. As time goes on, we also have the customer retention bonus. So when you bring customers on, you can continue earning commissions based on that customer volume. And those are in this range right here where they max out at 20%, depending on what your trailing 4-week QV is for those customers. All it takes is 2,000 QV, $2,000 a month of customer volume to max out that bonus. And we have quite a few people achieving that. A lot of people who are in the influencer space, this is a big opportunity for them. The next thing I want to focus on is this 1, 2 free. So I'll flip back to the slides here. This is super powerful. So you can earn up to $300 a month in free product. People typically do 2 things with this. Either it's the product that they use to consume in their own family, or it's the product that they use to promote their business, okay? Because it's free. So if you're getting this free product, you can use it to promote your business, or you can use it to consume in your own family and help with your own family's health. All you need to qualify is 3 customers who have at least $50 or more in their order. We take the total of all of your customer orders, we divide it by 3, and that is what your auto ship or your 1, 2 free discount is. And that gets applied to your next flex ship order. So whatever your next flex ship order is, that discount will apply to it. It's a great program. I mean, nearly every social business partner that I know of is taking advantage of that. It's one of the biggest benefits that we offer in this compensation plan. I just want to take a peek here because I think I'm the only host and see if Craig is back. Wow. Promote to panelists. Let's see if this is him here. Okay. There we go. All right. Are you back, Craig? Okay. All right. Good deal, buddy. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So that's the 1, 2 free program. The next piece that I want to talk about is the team builder bonus. So this is huge, right? So this is what we want to make sure that every social business partner is aware of this program and takes advantage of this program, this part of the compensation plan. So essentially, all you need to do is within your first 28 days of becoming a social business partner, you want to reach 700 team builder QV. So that's qualifying volume that can come from your own purchases. It can come from your customers' purchases or people you've enrolled that are social business partners or affiliates. So basically, anybody that you've enrolled, the QV that comes from them plus your own purchases, that's what your qualifying volume is based on. So that 700 QV is what will qualify you to become a team builder, okay? So that has to happen in your first 28 days. And we do it that way because you want people to have an experience with the products, right? Most people have that experience with the product in the first week or 2. Very positive experience. Now we want to motivate you to go out and share that with other folks and get them to be part of your team and at least reach that 700 QV level. And the truth is that most people reach this level through their own personal purchase. Like when you're serious about becoming a social business partner, 700 QV is just a premium pack. And that's plenty for you. It's plenty for you to start your business. So it's any combination of what you purchase and the people you enroll purchase. Get to that 700 TVQV, and that is what enables you to take advantage of these bonuses down here. These bonuses are only awarded to people who are team builder qualified. So when you reach the 2K impact level, the 5K champion impact level, and the 10K champion impact level, you are eligible to earn these bonuses if you're a team builder, if and only you're a team builder. So there's an extra $250 for you at 2K, $500 for you at 5K, and $1,000 for you at 10K. Super powerful. This is the number one way to earn back your investment to get into Alovea and become a social business partner. So we always recommend people focus on that. One of the ways that we incentivize people to focus on that is that we also compensate sponsors of people who qualify as team builders. And the way that we do that is with a $50 team builder sponsor bonus. So we want people to be so focused on this qualification because it's so important that we incentivize the sponsors to focus on the people who they're enrolling so that they are actively helping their enrollees become team builder qualified. And if you're one of those people, you are, by the way, if you're on this call, you're one of those people. When you help one of your social and personally enrolled social business partners become team builder qualified, you're going to receive a $50 bonus. This is a new part of our bonus plan. We've just started doing this here in about the last 2 months, and we're paying out a lot of these bonuses. I'm excited about it. I'm kind of a weird CFO in that respect. I look at the commissions every week, and when they're going up, I love it. The more money that we can pay out, the better. And so I'm definitely seeing a lot of these team builder sponsor bonuses going out, and that's super exciting. So I'll move on to the fourth part of the compensation plan that we're going to talk about. We call these the impact level lifestyle bonuses. Sometimes you'll hear them referred to as rank advancement lifestyle bonuses or rank lifestyle bonuses. And we talked about what happens here at 2K, 5K, and 10K. When you're a team builder, you get these one-time bonuses here. But when you become 5K and above, and the impact levels above that, you also start receiving a monthly paycheck, right? So this is just like just a monthly paycheck. Congratulations, you maintained or increased your volume and your impact level that month. And if you look at this, 5K champion, you're maintaining 5,000 points in your personal group, QV in your personal group. You're getting $100 a month as a monthly paycheck. And when I say monthly, it's every 4 weeks. So when you qualify for that for the first time, that sets your 4-week period. Every 4 weeks, we look at what your highest rank is in that 4-week period, and we pay out the impact level lifestyle bonus commensurate with that. I mean, if you look at this, some of these numbers start picking up pretty quickly. 20K, this is a car payment. 40K, I mean, this is some or all of a mortgage payment. 80K, 150K, some or all of a mortgage payment. These numbers start going way, way higher. And of course, above 250K, the numbers are well into the mid-thousands every single month. And there's a lot that you can do with that money. So that's a very powerful way to continue to earn that monthly income. The fifth part that we're going to talk about today is the pay team bonus. This is where the plan starts getting a little bit more complicated. And a lot of people say, well, why do we have to have this kind of complexity in the plan? Well, the reason we have this kind of complexity in the plan is because this is the way that we enable you to get paid on all of the volume that ever comes into your organization. Some compensation plans only pay 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 levels deep. Anytime somebody comes into your group below that, you don't ever get any credit for it. That's not the case in our plan. Because we have this unilevel mixed with a binary, the binary part of this plan, the pay team bonus, allows you to get compensated on both of your legs infinitely deep. So as deep as those go, the next person who comes in, it's gonna factor into your compensation. So the simple way of explaining the pay team bonus that it's 10% of the total PV on your pay team leg. So if this is you and you're a 2K and you've got these people on your right binary leg, let's assume that they've accumulated 10,000 pay team volume. This is one of your legs here. Okay, so I'm going to show you what happens on the next leg here. This is going to be your greater leg over here. Over here on the left, you start putting people into your lesser leg. This lesser leg, you're going to get paid 10% on this. There's a matching volume. So whichever leg is the lesser leg, it's matched against the greater leg, and you get paid 10% of that lesser amount. But you don't lose the amount in excess of that lesser amount in a greater leg. It actually carries over. So if you see right here, 10,000 PTV minus the 700 PTV used is 9,300 of PTV carryover. And some people say, well, maybe I'm never going to get paid on that. But that's actually not the case. I mean, Craig is right here on the call and can tell you that several times his team has actually gone from having one leg being bigger than the other. You never know which one it's going to be. You have to just build both, and you have to support the people in your organization. And the beauty of the binary, the beauty of this pay tune bonus is that you can't predict where the fire is going to get lit in those legs. All you can do is help support the people in the team. And it's this concept of, an attitude of servitude or servant leadership that we heavily promote in this organization, and it's built into our compensation plan that says help the people in your teams and you'll succeed as a result of that. When they're successful, you'll be successful. So you've got these two legs. You don't know which one is going to be the biggest leg in the next year or two. You never know where that fire is going to get lit. You just have to keep stoking it. So in this case, you had 700 PTV in your lesser leg, and so you got paid a $70 binary bonus this week, and the rest of your greater leg volume carried over to the next week. Super powerful part of the compensation plan. There are people who have thousands and thousands of points of carryover volume in their greater leg, which just means, every person they put into their lesser leg, they're getting paid on. And the more people that go into the greater leg, the more opportunity you have to get paid on the people in your lesser leg. You're just going to see lots of future income potential coming from that particular bonus. So Craig, I just want to finish here. Well, actually, I want to touch on a couple of things. First of all, before we come to these first 28-day goals, I want to go back here and just make sure everybody is aware of the 2-page compensation plan. So everything that we just talked about is in the 2-page compensation plan. So we just updated this. We simplified the way that the kits and those bonuses show up on here. The 1, 2, free is described on here. The team builder bonus is here. We've got the new terminology around the team builder sponsor bonus built into this. We've got the impact level bonuses. We've got the experience trips. We haven't even touched on that today. It hasn't been a great year for traveling, as all of you know. So we haven't focused on that a lot this year. But here's the pay team bonus. I'm sure we'll get into the personal check match and generational check match in a future conversation. We've got on the second page of this plan, which Zoom is blocking me from getting to, we've got an example of what happens when people start and how they can start, and qualifying for the 1, 2, free, qualifying as a team builder, the kind of commissions that you can earn in your first 1, 2, 3 months. And then we've got, this example here of how to become a team builder, which we just talked about. And then we also have an illustration of the generational check match and how that works. What we find is that this 2-page comp plan becomes super, super helpful for people explaining the compensation plan to other people. We created this tool to help you explain it, to help it be explained to you. So definitely want to encourage you to use that. We also updated the full social business rewards program document. Again, this will be uploaded into the library on Monday. So everything in here is updated and should be correct. Again, we really simplified this chart here about the enroller kit bonuses. And I said it at the beginning, you always get paid the greater of, either the tier bonus or the hope bonus. Whichever one is more, that's what we're paying you. And so the numbers in white represent that. The 1, 2, free has been updated to reflect some changes there, but everything in here should be good to go. We've got the team builder sponsor bonus in here now as well. So next steps, I think for everybody that's new on this call, we like to say when you go 2K, you can go all the way. So make that your first goal. If you're not already a team builder, then make sure that you achieve that within your first 28 days. We have a tracker in your back office that tells you where you are. and when your deadline is for that. So you want to make sure you earn that. Make sure you qualify for 1, 2 free. You need 3 customers, each with at least $50 of purchase in order to qualify for 1, 2 free. And then, of course, achieve that 2K impact level. If you can do those 3 things, or when you do those 3 things, you'll find that that's where the replication, because if you can do it, your friends can do it. When you do it and when they do it, then you start building a team, and then you've got a team of teams. And that's how this whole thing rolls. So I think the next step, Craig, is that on Monday, I'm super excited about this. On Monday, we are going to have you, we're going to have Steve Burns, and we're going to have Brian Morgan. Now, 2 of those 3 people love talking about the compensation plan. One of them,
I talk about random stuff.
Yeah, one of them just makes a lot of money from the compensation plan. And while you were actually reconnecting, I said to the group that you don't have to know the compensation plan extremely well to make a lot of money from it. Case in point is Craig Smith.
I can't talk about the products a whole lot. I don't really know about the compensation plan, and you can still make it work.
That's exactly right. But the more you know about it, the more you're going to be able to leverage it. And as I said before, I'm not the average CFO in that I want to see everybody make everything that they possibly can from the compensation plan. I want to see you guys maximize the compensation plan. And that is going to be the topic of discussion on Monday evening. What time is that at, Craig?
At 7:30 Central Time.
7:30 Central. Okay. So make sure you block that out. Make sure you invite your team. It's not just for new people. That's for everybody. We want to make sure that everybody joins this call. Everybody gets updated on, where we are with the comp plan. We're going to answer a lot of questions. We're going to be watching the chat. We're going to be taking questions. We're going to be talking through how you maximize the plan from a practical perspective, from a team building perspective. What has Brian Morgan learned about how to maximize the plan? What has Steve Burns learned about how to maximize the plan? What has Craig Smith learned from Brian and Steve about how to help build teams so that everybody gets paid a lot of money? How's that work?
That's perfect.
No, it is going to be a really, really good call, and I'm looking forward to it. And I appreciate everybody for joining today, and look forward to talking to you Monday.
Awesome. Hey, Ben, and I think, probably the most important part, and this is because Ben's not joking when I don't get caught up on the details and knowing these things. I find the more you know, then the more people ask you about it rather than pointing them to videos or where they can get the information. If you need to know where to get the answers on anything, I can tell you that more than probably anybody. But I don't get bogged down on trying to tell everybody everything, because then you're constantly the guy that has to go answer everybody's questions. Become the expert on pointing them where to get the information. And so then they can duplicate that and start being able to share that information as well. And so when you're talking about this information, I think the most important part is the belief. Like, my belief grows when I know people with your level of expertise, or when Sam and Steve on the products, or when Ann's on the product, when they have such a level of expertise and such a level of knowledge, my belief grows around it. And same thing with the compensation plan. And I think, for all of us social business entrepreneurs, we're in business to make this difference, but we're in business to make a profit. And so to have a clear intention of knowing what to do and knowing that the rewards come within that, both within nourishing children around the world and the financial compensation, in our belief, we can say, wow, this company is, got one of the best compensation plans in the world. We can be more confident, and our belief rises, and we can be more inspired to go talk to more people. So Ben, this stuff helps a ton, and we need to do more of this. So we really appreciate you getting a fancy haircut today, putting on a nice Alovea shirt, looking pretty stylish. I think I've seen so many people in the chat room saying that they're super happy about this. The other thing I just want to share with everybody, this is kind of cool. Not only on all the compensation plan that Ben talked about, the company also does, often special incentives and promotions. So right now, up until December 31st, they have a fun little campaign going on. If you get 6 points, and that's basically you selling kits to new people in your organization that you personally brought in. I don't know where you guys find these models, Ben, on the marketing team.
We had to go high and low to find 2 people as good looking as that.
Yeah, that is impressive. So, of course, this is Brian and Danny Morgan. For those that haven't seen them, they're doing that big event with Sam Castor up in Minnesota, Wisconsin today. But this is it. Like, you can't buy this shirt. And it's kind of like the bracelet. You can't buy the bracelet. You can't buy that jacket. You want to go for it. It's an inspirational thing for people in your team. You want to be able to lead by example. You want to be able to say, wow, this is what I did. I earned the bracelet. I earned the jacket. It's a sense of not only a fun competition to go for, but it's one that you're leading by example. So everybody on this call, everything that Ben talked about is always part of the compensation plan. But when you have these additional incentives to go for things, whether it's sometimes we've done iPads and all kinds of fun little giveaways, this one with the jackets, I think is super cool. So go for the jacket, everybody. Ben, anything you want to wrap up with?
No, I just want to make sure, as you were saying, Craig, you want to be able to point to the answers, and that library.alovea.com is where the answers are. That's where the compensation plans are. So yeah, always make sure that you're pointing to the answers rather than giving the answers.
Yeah, I love that. Somebody's asking a quick question off topic. I've been asked this while on the call. What besides the lollipops do I recommend for children 3 and 4 years old? So Patty, that's a great question. That is a question that you can definitely go online, read up about some of the fact sheets on the different products. And then those are kind of great questions to ask when, I'm trying to see where Ann is, because that's when you use somebody else who has more knowledge than, say, Ben or I do. But Celebrate. I know I've heard kids are taking Celebrate. I'm seeing what else. Like, I just got to ask my team, when do we get the 100,000K bracelets? I think they're just finished and they've been starting to be shipped out. Is that correct, Ben?
Yep, they are in the process of shipping all those out. So if you haven't gotten it yet and you're over 100,000, you'll be getting it soon.
I like this. Somebody said they're moving to Texas soon. They want the jacket.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, you do get 2 jackets with that. So you don't get one, you actually get both. So one's so you do win 2 jackets. So
yeah, and for the winners, they're going to reach out to you and find out, which
fun stuff.
Yeah,
cool. Well, guys, let's have fun. Let's build this week. Let's share this with a ton of people. Everything we talked about doesn't grow if we don't talk to people, if we don't celebrate with people, if we don't get the samples out to people. I want to encourage everybody to set
those samples. I want to highly encourage people to do that. I mean, that is just an incredible tool at your disposal.
Oh, the quality of it, the feel of it. So if you haven't ordered it for yourself, send one to yourself, and then set a goal. Set a goal to try to set up 5 this week, or 10, whatever number you set the goal with. But go for it. Start the conversation. Get people in the loop. Get people excited. Keep your energy excited. This is something that somebody talked to me the other day that I thought was great. I shared it just before I lost power for a second there. But add your app right onto the main bar of your phone. Wear the brand. You're always connected. You're always connected to what we're doing and the impact that we're having. So when you're meeting with somebody, Alovea is going to be on your mind, and your energy is going to be more transferable to that person. They're going to get excited, want to be either a customer or maybe a social business partner with you. So let's have an awesome week. Join Monday night. If anybody missed this, we'll record it. We'll put it up on the social business Facebook page. But also the bigger call we're going to do is Monday night. So make sure